What is up, though, Lions fans? And howdy, NFC North fans. If you're a Packers fan, a Bears fan, or a Vikings fan, you get a howdy. You don't get a what up, though, because you're not from where I'm from. Anyway, once again, the Motor City Cats are indeed back at it. We came to give you stats, not none of that static. Whatever you do, make sure you keep your Lions news pragmatic and your NFC North news pragmatic, because this is the NFC North report, Week 6, Chicago Bears edition. And we're going to get right into it. The Chicago Bears beat the Washington Commanders with kicks from Jake Moody. I have thoughts. I named the Yips. I renamed the Yips the Moodies. If I renamed the Yips the Moodies, I'm not going to trust my season to a kicker as such. I renamed the Yips to the Moodies. If Jake Moody catches a case of the Moodies once again, which is what got him dismissed in San Francisco. They used a third-round draft pick on him, and then they dismissed him after 2 seasons. That's why I renamed the Yips the Moodies, because he was missing kicks left and right. He missed 1 kick this game, but I believe it was blocked. And yeah, so the final score was 25-24, and the Bears won it at the buzzer with the kick from Jake Moody. Now, here's what happened to get down there. The Washington Commanders turned the ball over 3 times, and the Chicago Bears beat them by 1 point. Why do I mention that? Because when you say things like that, people go, oh, but a win is a win. Yes, but there are storylines within wins. There are storylines within losses. A storyline of a team turning the ball over 3 times, losing the battle, and almost winning, or not getting beat by that much, played out just last year when I told people that we lost the turnover battle 5-0 to the Washington Commanders because we threw them 4 picks, 3 from Jared Goff, 1 from JMO, and we gave up a fumble, and we only lost by 14 points. And then people go, oh, but a loss is a loss. Again, there's a storyline. And I told people the Washington Commanders aren't really that good. And we beat ourselves. They didn't beat us. Oh, but you lost your... No. I'm not salty. Watch what happens when they play the Eagles next week. And the Eagles proceeded to put 50 points on them in the NFC Championship game. They didn't deserve to be in that game. They didn't belong there. They stumbled their way into there. They were lost, and they found themselves in the NFC Championship game. A couple years ago, when the Packers won the turnover battle, I think it was 3-0, and only beat us by a touchdown on Thanksgiving, I told people then, well, they only beat us by a touchdown. And then when they got to the playoffs, they got bounced as well. It's not that they're a bad team. It's that there are deficiencies. When you watch a team struggle with turnovers and then they only lose by 1 point off of a turnover, because let's not allow that to be lost. The team needed a first down and fumbled a handoff. The Washington Commanders, needed a first down to seal the game, and they fumbled a handoff. Let that sink in. The Washington Commanders defense, though it's led by Dan Quinn, and we know that Dan Quinn cut his teeth with the Legion of Boom and all these other things, and he was a great defensive coordinator. The Washington Commanders defense is not that good. I said that last season. I said that last season in the divisional round of the playoffs. And I told you that a lot of that stuff, a lot of those turnovers weren't the result of anything that the defense did to us. It wasn't disguising coverage. There were bad passes and there were poor decisions made. And it's fine. I love Jared Goff, right? But that's what happened. And now you're seeing that this defense ain't great, just like I said last season. And now I don't know if Jaden Daniels is supposedly in a sophomore slump or whatever it was. I never thought that the Washington Commanders were that good of a football team. Yes, they went to the NFC Championship game because we beat ourselves. And they showed you that they did not belong there. As a matter of fact, since we're rehashing this, I said if we go down 14-3 right here, the game is over. We fumbled, and that was that. I said the same thing the next week with the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. I said if the Eagles go down here and go up 14-3, the game is over. They did that. The floodgates open. They hung 50 on them boys. That's all I'm saying. So a 1-point win is a win. A win is a win. The Chicago Bears are now 3-2. However, they didn't look particularly great. I know Osama bin Johnson is upset at Troy Aikman because Troy Aikman apparently had criticism of Caleb Williams and they thought it was personal and they thought it was unfair criticism. It is not that the criticism was unfair. Caleb Williams has not fully grasped the offense. He has not fully grasped the offense. He doesn't look 100% great. And I get it. Everything is not on him. You know, so the big thing that they're talking about is, okay, you know, he did this. He threw a ball to Zacchaeus and Zacchaeus dropped it. And Troy Aikman, as a former quarterback, is talking about the ball placement and saying it wasn't great ball placement, which it wasn't, because if it hits him in the shoulder pads, it ain't great, right? And everyone's killing him for it. All I'm saying, listen to the criticism. DeAndre Swift looked good this game. The running game looked good this game. So there are some things that the Chicago Bears are improving on. I think they are grasping Osama's offense more and more as the year goes on, which is what they're supposed to do. So are they ready for prime time? I don't think so just yet. But congratulations to the Chicago Bears for being 3-2, for having a winning record, and for quote unquote keeping pace in the NFC North. But once again, that has been the NFC North report, Week 6 Chicago Bears edition, and that's going to be it. Once again, the Motor City Cats R&D back at it. We came to give you stats, not none of that static. Whatever you do, make sure you keep your Lions news pragmatic and your NFC North news pragmatic, because that's the NFC North report, right? We're out. Peace. What up, though, Lions fans? It's your boy, Motor City Don P here. Listen, if you want to continue keeping your Lions news pragmatic, if you want to keep getting the stats and not none of that static, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share and let everybody know what's going on around here. And turn on your notifications, because how else would you know that we're up in here keeping your Lions news pragmatic? Appreciate you once again, and we are out. Peace.